You're thinking about applying for Social Security disability benefits, but you don't know how long that process will take and whether it would be worth the wait. Join me as I share some information on the different paths a Social Security claim may take and the typical timeline for each. Hi, I'm Patrick Hartwig, and I'm a Social Security disability attorney in Massachusetts. Once you file an application for disability benefits, it goes through the first stage of review, which typically takes 4 to 6 months. Statistically speaking, around the country, only about 25% of those claims get approved at this initial stage of review. Unfortunately, what that means is that most people need to file an appeal to keep fighting. And they file an appeal, and Social Security takes all the same steps again, and they call this reconsideration. This will take another 4 to 6 months. Unfortunately, only about 15 to 20% of all claims at the reconsideration stage get approved. And therefore, most people need to file yet another appeal, requesting a hearing before a Social Security judge. The good news here is that this is your very best chance to get approved. You will ask for a hearing before a Social Security judge, and statistically speaking, around the country, about 50% of all disability hearings end in an allowance of benefits for the claimant. Unfortunately, if you don't get approved at the hearing by a Social Security judge, you can still file one last level of appeal, and that is with what Social Security calls the Appeals Council. The Appeals Council would review your entire claim, including the judge's decision, to determine whether or not the judge followed all the steps in the process accordingly. If he or she did not, the Appeals Council will remand, which means send back the case to the judge for another hearing. Statistically, only about 10% of all appeals to the Appeals Council end up with another hearing in front of the judge. And so the most important thing for you to know is to file your claim as quickly as possible if you are forced to stop working because of your impairments, and keep fighting. Now, I imagine you may have questions that are specific to you, and I'd love to speak with you. If you have questions, pick up the phone and call me at the number below. Social Security disability is all I do. I'm Patrick Hartwig. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.